Hello, everybody. I hope you're all well today. So I'm sporting my latest handicraft made from eco polo shirt fabric, not as a means to stop me talking to you on these videos, but just to recognise the change in shops in England from tomorrow that face coverings must be worn. And reports from Scotland and public transport suggest that compliance is really high, around 90 to 95%. So hopefully this is something that really gets supported, doesn't cause any difficult situations. But please do get in touch if you've got any tips or advice for good practice around this issue. Now, today I have a really good conversation lined up for you. I'm talking a bit more about the impact of the change. I spoke to you about this last week regarding davidluke.com with a fantastic independent retailer from Hereford, 2 years winner of the Good Shopping Guide's Ethical Company Award. It's Luke Connard. Hello, Luke. It's lovely to see you. Thank you for joining me for this video today.
It's a pleasure. Lovely to see you as well.
And for those who don't know you, and I can't believe there are many, but can you tell us a bit about you and your business?
Yes, certainly. We're based in Herefordshire, which not many people know, but Herefordshire is where tourism started. The Wye Valley is where tourism started, and we intend, as Herefordshire, to make sure that if you're coming on a staycation, you come to Herefordshire. So if you want to look for a great place to come and visit, come to Herefordshire. But that's the advert over. But we're based on a farm. Our warehouse is on a farm. We run our two internet businesses, which are Buy Jeans and the school uniform shop from the farm. And then in Hereford City, we have a school uniform shop store and also a clothing store which sells Levi diesel men's fashion called Fit. And we also have a concession that sells men's fashion and school uniform shop at Labels Outlet Shopping in Ross on Wye.
So lots of business interest from your point of view, but we work very closely together on the online school uniform shop. Arguably, you've got very good reason to be not too happy about the move we've made to make our brand more visible online. But I was just interested to hear your thoughts on what we're doing.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I sort of go back to, say, 2003, which is when the internet was sort of just bubbling along, we'd been starting to trade we'd been three years online, I suppose, since 2000. And our key site at the time was our Buy Jeans site, and we were selling all the big brands of jeans. So Levi, Diesel, Wrangler, Lee, Easy Jeans at the time. You may remember those, you may not. But and none of the brands were online at the time. And a couple of our brands came to us and said, look, we want to set up our own online website, which is a very logical move. It was a very logical move at the time. And I'm not going to, I'm not going to say I wasn't nervous about it at the time. I thought, oh my goodness, they're going to set up their website and all the customers will go to them and we won't have any customers left. But that actually is not what happened. If you think about a high street, so on a high street, looking at men's fashion retailers, there are lots of different retailers that sell exactly the same brands of products. And the internet is very similar to that. But what the brand does by selling their products, they have the full range of products on their website. They have the budget and the wherewithal to do all the fantastic marketing around that, the visuals, tell the brand story to the customer. And we found actually my nerves were incorrect, and our online business grew because of it. And interestingly, our high street store business grew because of it as well, because the brands were more visible. So more people were seeing the brands, whether it be on social media. At the time, there was probably 2005, 2006. We're only talking Facebook here, but now, we got Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all the others that I don't know about, Twitter as well, of course, but and even LinkedIn, which I actually think is a really good medium for social media. But people got to see the brands, they got to see a fantastic representation of the brand, and all that did for us was increase our sales on our Buy Jeans website and increase our sales in our Fit store.
Mm. So it's really good to hear. It is the kind of the angle that we're coming from. But so in terms of the marketing benefits you've seen related to the materials that are produced and the visuals like you speak about, but also pricing, what benefits have you seen over that time?
Well, so when we first started trading online, and the brands weren't trading online this is the fashion side of things, they didn't really understand online. So they didn't have any imagery, they didn't have any marketing materials that were suitable for online. Even their logos were the wrong size for online, and so we didn't have any what they call brand assets for us to use to promote their product. As soon as they started trading online themselves, they poured, well, the big brands, millions and millions into these brands' assets. Yeah, there we are, Kathryn, millions and millions. Yeah, but they poured a lot more money into these brand assets, which they were very happy to share with us. So we had beautiful imagery, we had really good content, we had logos that were more appropriate for use on websites because of the screen size and things like that. And so for us, although I'm not going to, I don't expect anyone not to be nervous when a brand looks as if it's, it is looking and going to start selling online. But for us, it has proved really positive. Pricing wise, because I nearly forgot that, but sorry, pricing wise, a lot of the big clothing brands, they sell at recommended retail price, so it still enables us to sell at a profit and make money, but more importantly, they're in control of the selling online, if you like. So they're not selling it to Amazon, who will destroy the price and damage the brand. They're setting the stall out, and it means us as retailers are able to sell at a fair price and make a fair profit without the likes of Amazon and people like that damaging brands.
It's really good to hear, I think, that experience that you've been through, Luke. Thank you for that. But because you are quite an early adopter to various things in retail, what do you see as the future of e-commerce?
Well, e-commerce, basically, if you look at it, we were shut down for 10 weeks. E-commerce moved forward 10 years in 10 weeks. It's that simple. Looking at our e-commerce business now, our e-commerce business has tripled in volume over the last April, May, June, July's figures. Now we're looking at between 3 and 4 times the volume of online business that we were doing this time last year. So literally, it's sort of like being teleported 10 years advance to in online, really. And yeah. I would urge any retailer that isn't online or is thinking about where to invest their marketing budget, invest it online.
But alongside that, your bricks and mortar shop is also a really important element of your business. So can you talk a bit about how you've adapted that through this period and how it's performing at this time?
Absolutely. And I think the two, particularly with school uniform, the two are important to complement each other. We all know that if you're starting a new school, particularly year 7s for a senior school, they need to come into store, they need to be able to try on. I know they can't at this moment, but they need to come into store and get that advice from one of our experts in store to be able to pick the right uniform. But what we want then, you see, is to back that up. So they'll come into store, they'll buy the David Luke trousers, David Luke shirts and blouses in the basic product, as well as their badge garments. And we want it to be really easy for them when they need their next size up of trousers to be able to buy it. So that is where our online segues beautifully with the store, and the customer then has that option. They can pop into store if they're in town, but if they need those trousers next day, they can order online and they're delivered to them at home or at the school, of course, or at their workplace, wherever. So my being, I suppose, if you like, retailing since I was 12, my thing in my mind, and I always say to my colleagues, and I was having this conversation with our IT designer this morning, if the customer wants to buy something, we need to be there to sell it to them at the point they want to buy it. And if you're not online as well as a store, you're not offering the full package and full service to your customer.
Mm. Yeah, that's great. Thank you for that insight. I think
No problem.
also just understanding a bit about your business more widely, that outreach is such a huge part of what you do in your local community, and you've been really active during lockdown, I know, but also the charitable stuff that you do, it's really significant to your business. Can you tell us a little bit, give us a little flavour of some of the things you get up to?
Absolutely. I mean, it's really important for our business, whether it be our online business or our physical stores, to be part of our community. And that's the community in Hereford and our wider community as a world. Our mantra as a business is people, planet, profit. And that's not just something that we say. We think it's really important that everyone in the if you like, that the chain of our business is looked after properly. So with our Rotary Club during lockdown, we will by the end of August have delivered just over 3,000 food parcels to families in need across the city of Hereford. And that's been a team effort, bringing together the private sector, so our school uniform shop, warehousing from a local food business, grants from the National Lottery, Hereford City Council, and various charitable trusts to pay for it, and our Rotarians who do the picking and packing and the delivery. And we're delivering 60 parcels today, just for example, to families around the city. And for us, that's important for us to be doing things in our community, but also as a business, that's important that we made sure that, you know, our vans have been available. And whilst our colleagues were on furlough, they, every one of them volunteered to help come and pack parcels, helped deliver them to the families and things like that. And it gets the whole team involved. And I found how rewarded they felt by having, you know, they just weren't left by us as a business. They said, look, you know, we said to them, look, you know, come and help and do something whilst you're on furlough, so that you know, you have some purpose as well, which is really important. Our latest project that we've been doing, we do quite a lot of work with Cambodia because we support a charity called the Ponleary Lee Foundation in Cambodia, which is based in Siem Reap. And we do a lot of work with them. They do a lot of work with schools around the Siem Reap area. The latest project we did last year was to build, in conjunction with our Rotary Club, we funded, I think it was about £8,000 or £9,000 as a business towards the building of a new learning centre in one of the villages. And then last year, because we want to engage our customers a bit more, so if you go into store or shop online with us, you can give an extra £1 as a charitable donation, and that will buy a book for one of the 3 libraries in the schools in Cambodia that we work with. And that's been fantastic. I think we've just over 9 months, we've donated about £900, just over that. So 900 books we funded for these libraries.
Absolutely fantastic to hear all those different initiatives that you're involved in. It's brilliant. But and before you go, I know your entrepreneurial spirit has diversified a little bit into masks over this period. So what's your mask design of choice?
Well, my mask design of choice, it's all entangled now, look. My mask design of choice is the plain black, because it matches my van, because that's black as well. But we have got some amazing camo ones. My colleague Becky was wearing hers in the office the other day and thought we couldn't see her, but we could. We've got, because we're on the English-Welsh borders, we've got some wonderful Union Jack sublimated ones, some lovely Welsh dragon ones, and then we've got a Joker smile one, so the Joker off the Joker movie. And my friend Heather has got an amazing floristry business called the Great British Florist. If you want stunning, beautiful flowers, go visit greatbritishflorist.co.uk. Another ad break. And she had some stunning floral designs that she used on their porcelain jugs that they sell online. And so we've borrowed those with pride, and we've got beautiful floral ones as well. And they're selling surprisingly well, actually.
Fantastic.
And they're all made in Europe as well, which is great. So
excellent.
Part of our reshoring.
Oh, thank you so much for your time today, Luke, and I wish you all the best
Pleasure.
for a really successful back to school.
And you, Kathryn. Take care.
Thank you.